Hello one and all, this is Nerdcraft here, bringing you a 1v1 matchup on the Shattered Temple. Here spawning as our yellow Protoss on the eastern half is RGNKiWiKaKi, one of the most creative Protoss players in the NA. Actually, I think he's the most creative Protoss player in the world. Right up there with Creator Prime, who everyone knows I really love, and Grubby for the Europe. So like top NA, Creator, and I'd say, yeah, top world. But anyway, enough about that rambling. His opponent here spawning on the western half of the Shattered Temples is going to be our green Zerg player, GoSuVibe. Also one of my favorite NA Zerg players, too. So this is like a really big treat for me. KiWiKaKi versus Vibe. It's like, yes! So awesome! It's going to be cross positioned here on the Shattered Temples, kind of like an east and west, east versus west. Choose your side now. It doesn't really matter if you like Protoss or Zerg, because we're not concerning ourselves about the race. We're concerning ourselves about direction of maps. So if you're a West Coast guy and likes the West Coast person, and you like the West Coast better than the East Coast, then hey, why not cheer for Vibe? And if you're an East Coast guy and you're all like, we're so much better than those Californian guys or the Seattle and stuff like that, then you can cheer on KiWiKaKi. If you're in the middle like me, well, you know, you're kind of in trouble, because you'll cheer for Druby. Let's just say Druby. He's not in here, but you can cheer for him. And we can see KiWiKaKi is going to be going for a Forge fast expansion, which, I don't know, it kind of feels like it's really delayed by KiWiKaKi. He's kind of known for doing this. Usually you get the Forge around 12 or 13, I feel. But KiWiKaKi, he's waiting to 15, maybe even 16 probes. Yeah, 16, 17 probes. Wow, that's actually really crazy how much he's waiting for the Forge. He's going to put the Forge down at 17 by the looks of it, and he says pool. GoSuVibe says pool, and they both like pools and saggy. For those who don't know, KiWiKaKi and Vibe are pretty close friends. They're both French Canadian, if I recall. And I know KiWiKaKi. He's actually I don't know him personally, but I know that KiWiKaKi is a professional poker player. He's really good at like bluffs and stuff like that. And of course, we see this probe here. He's blocking off that drone. This is the most annoying thing for a Zerg player, because I delved into Zerg for like a week, then I decided not to do it because I'm not good at it. And I just remember like Protoss and Terrans would do this to me so much, and it's like, oh god, why? Here we can see the Nexus going down after the Forge with the cannon going up. So really delayed, and KiWiKaKi, he's just kind of. It's very interesting because he got up to 18, and then he just went on a spending spree. Got a Nexus, got a cannon, got another cannon, got another pylon. So it looks like he's not even going to use this pylon by the looks of things as well. The Lings are already out, and the hatch is going to go up pretty late, I'd say, for Vibe. It is at 21. That's really not Vibe's style. He likes to get up those hatcheries as fast as he can. Probe over here is going to get ready to, like, you know, sneak a pylon around. This is what the good for scouting is. I don't know if Vibe noticed the probe, but KiWiKaKi noticed that the Zergling saw him, and yeah, he did notice it, and a third right away going down. Hopefully KiWiKaKi does not scout this. We see he's clicking on this probe quite a bit. Ling coming over here, like, I could have sworn there was one around here. And the Overlord finally making its slow way across the map to get in some scouting. 2 gateways are now being added to complete this wall off. Well, it's not like totally complete, but you know, it's going to be pretty hard for Lynx to run by all the way around here when there's 3 cannons. There's a photon cannon going to be taking out that Lynx. So Vibe, he knows about the expansion, but he doesn't know what's in here. For all he knows, there could be a DT shrine, so that's why he's going to try and get this Overlord in there as fast as he can. I don't think KiWiKaKi has spotted this 30 yet. No, he hasn't. I'm surprised that probe is still alive. That's pretty impressive. But this is going to be really nice for KiWiKaKi because of Vibe's kind of like sloppiness. He's going to be able to put down a pylon really near this third and take it out really fast. He knows about the third now. He saw that. He's like, oh, fast third, you say? Well, I will get a pylon. And Ling coming up here. He's patrolling. He knows where that pylon is going to be put. And the probe, unfortunately, does find that Ling, which is never a good thing to find. As you can see here, KiWiKaKi is going to go straight for his third right now, because he is getting his zealots out to take down those destructible debris or the destructible rocks. And this is really fascinating because it is 6.5 minutes into the game and there's still no cyber core. Looks like KiWiKaKi, he's just relying heavily on zealots right now. And I remember seeing him do this at one of the MLG matches. It was Providence, MLG Providence, he had this really cool push set out. So he would he kind of like feign a 7-gate all in. He'd get 6 to 7 zealots and then run them across into the Zerg base. So then the Zerg suddenly reacts, just pulls them back, and then goes into straight macro. And the Zerg would either spend too much, or he would either spend too much in lings and spines, or he actually would have lost some drones. Actually, quite a bit of drones in the game that I saw. So KiWiKaKi, you know, coming up with those really interesting, fascinating builds, and this Overlord going to come in, and he sees that the Cybernetics core is just finally being warped in. So I don't know what kind of reaction this is going to get out of Vibe, is seeing that, you know, KiWiKaKi doesn't have that warp in ability, which is very important. And here we go, like what I was talking about. KiWiKaKi is gonna go in with those zealots. They're actually in a nice little formation, creating their own little circle, and now they're chasing a single ling, and he's gonna go for the third, but the lings are also going to the third as well. KiWiKaKi is gonna try and get up against the wall, but unfortunately getting surround on the zealots, and reinforcing zealot comes in. He's like, brothers, I shall save you, but then he dies right away as well. And this is all gonna be cleaned up by Vibe. Really nice surround there by Vibe. He's KiWiKaKi trying to get up against that wall, so there's less surface area, but unfortunately was not able to. I'm going to try and do a run by here. Zealot trying to be able to stop these, and he sees that those rocks are destroyed, so he's going to try and take out this third nexus, but there's a lot of photon cannons being built right there. 1 finishes and 2 finishes. Now the lings are going to try and get out, and the third finishes as well. And all these lings are in range of those cannons. Zealot retreating, trying to get to the safety of the cannons, but unfortunately takes a ling to the back, and now these lings are going to try and run in, take out some probes, but luckily there's too many cannons there for KiWiKaKi, and he even uses probes to defend as well. So it's going to be 3 base versus 3 base. I know that, well, he was, I saw that Vibe was working on these rocks, so I was thinking maybe he's going to take an early third with the, or early fourth with the gold, or an early gold, and he is going to be working on that. He's not working on these rocks at all, so it looks like he is going to have his fourth be the gold, which I definitely agree with him there. The gold is such a nice thing, and the Shattered Temples is one of those maps where it's, you know, the gold isn't broken. It's like, what is it, Metalopolis and Shattered Temple, I think, are the only maps where the gold isn't considered broken in it. Antigua Shipyard is the worst, and Vibe, being a little cheeky person, little cheeky monkey, as Greetorp would say, he's gonna go for KiWiKaKi's 3, 4, 5, 6th base. Looks like I forgot to put my status to busy. There we go. And Spire coming up, as well as a Roach Warren. So now Vibe is doing that that really infamous build that every single race has, and that's the build freaking everything build. He's getting the Roach Warren up, and they got the Spire. He has lings. He doesn't have a Baneling Nest, though, or surprisingly enough, he does not have an Infestation Pit either. So he's not going for that Hive Tech anytime soon, which would be very nice right now, seeing how KiWiKaKi has very little army. He has 4 sentries and 2 zealots. That's his entire army. Whoa, there's 8 gateways being built right there, and a robo. Just thought you guys should know that about the robo. There's 6 gateways right here, 6, and then there's 2 more being built, I think, over here. So pretty soon KiWiKaKi is going to be able to be warping in 10 units at a time, and with this inevitable Muta harass that's going to be coming, he's just going to have enough stalkers. He's going to be able to warp in plenty of stalkers. You see, he's got lots of gas as well. If you check out the economy of these players, they are actually, wow, this is the first time I've actually seen a Protoss player ahead of a Zerg who is a 1, 2, 3 bases ahead. No, 2 bases ahead and soon to be 3. So it's actually really impressive by KiWiKaKi. Such a great player. And whoops, wrong button. But as you see, 28 units have been killed. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm thinking to myself, okay, I need to click Control I to get rid of the units killed, and we see 2 forges coming up. So this game is, see, this is what I love about KiWiKaKi, is just things like this. You'll never see any other Protoss player do stuff like this except for KiWiKaKi, and he is getting an immortal. I don't know if he did scout that Roach Warren or not. If you check the vision, he doesn't really know anything about what Vibe is doing. That's probably one of the biggest problems with KiWiKaKi's play, is that he's kind of known for being a little bit turtley at times, and as we can see, and you know, of course we can see, he only knows this and this. He doesn't know about this, and soon to be this, I think. Yeah, soon to be that. So he's got a lot of units, but he's not really going to be able to keep up economically wise. As we see, he is still far ahead. I'm curious to see, is 90 probes to 82 drones. That's also the first time I've ever seen a Protoss player outnumber workers for a against a Zerg player. So that's really freaking crazy to beat out Vibe, considering that he's more of a macro player and KiWiKaKi is just kind of a, you know, have fun kind of player. I honestly think that KiWiKaKi has the most fun than any other player, like not out of any other player, but he has a lot of fun when he plays, even at tournaments. And Blink is about halfway done. These mutas are trying to take out what they can. They're not able to take out the Cyber Core, but it is unpowered. And Stalkers come in. There's only 5 Stalkers, well 6 Stalkers now. A lot of sentries are going to go down to these mutas. Actually only 1 and 2 come out. A lot of Guardian Shields coming up. More mutas are joining in. Not 6 Stalkers finally being warped in as well, but it looks like these mutas are going to retreat. There's just too much Stalkers for them, and all the sentries go down, which is not good for KiWiKaKi at all. He had a lot of sentries, and now he lost them all. 11 mutas coming up, but Blink is almost done, and now this gold is going to be denied really easily. Well, I don't know about easily. Well, the mutas coming now, it's going to be easily denied. And level 2 ground armor, as well as level 2 weapons for the Protoss player coming up. These mutas are 0-1, and the not the lings, but the Stalkers come in. The Blink is finished, so they're going to be able to repel these Mutalisks, which is surprising. I was pretty sure that Nexus was going to go down, but it actually does not take any HP damage. It only takes some shield damage, and it's perfectly fine, which is, I'm honestly surprised about that. Infestation Pit finally coming down here for Vibe. This is probably one of the latest Infestation Pits I've seen for a very long time. But, you know, once he gets those Infestors, it's going to be perfect for Vibe, because he's going to be able to hold down those Blink Stalkers. And again, repelling the Mutalisks up here. I'm kind of curious to see how much Mutalisks he has. 30 Mutalisks against 21 Stalkers. But these Stalkers are 2-2 and soon to be 3-3-1. No, they're 2-1-2. That sounds like one of those information telephone lines. They're like, yeah, call 212, get the scoop. And looks like the Cyber Core is going to go down for KiWiKaKi, which is not good. I don't think he has another one being built or built anywhere else. Now this is great. The Blink Stalkers come in to take out the mutas, but look at this Baneling run by. No, it's not a Baneling run by. It's more like a Baneling explosion by. Comes in and takes the gold, and Lings are still there. Zealot Warpin's coming in, but these mutas are still taking a lot of damage. As you can see how colorful they are. It's like autumn, as Artosis would say. And Nexus being reestablished, actually I think that's out of place, but I suppose it doesn't matter. It is the gold base. And Pylon and Photon Cannon coming back up. He needs more cannons, I feel, if he wants to defend this, or he's going to have to keep quite a bit of Stalkers back there to deny the Mutalisks. And here we can see Vibe. He is just he's just staying in the middle. He has complete control of the map, and this is just crazy. His creep spread. Here is the creep, here is KiWiKaKi, and KiWiKaKi still doesn't know about this base. He's just been mining gas out of it. So that's why, that explains the high muta count, but also the fact that, you know, the entire minimap is purple. I feel if KiWiKaKi got out a Templar Archive right now, he'd be able to just destroy these Mutalisks, considering how low in health a good majority of them are. And he's got really money storms off. That'd just be perfect for him. And KiWiKaKi is re-establishing his Nexus over here. Sorry guys, I missed that. And then this one too. Okay, so that's why. Now huge wall off. A Photon Cannon wall off, backed up by, or protected by gateways, is what's coming up for KiWiKaKi. This is not looking good for KiWiKaKi at all. Blink forward, trying to take out a creep tumor. He needs an observer. I thought he had an observer around here somewhere. He has 2, but I don't know where they are. Observer over here patrolling for Mutalisks. Mutalisks going to come in here. Going to try and take out the gateways or robos. There's the Cyber Core again. And huge blink forward into the Mutalisks. He's going to take out a lot of the mutas. And that's not good for Vibe at all, but he instantly remaxes. And surprisingly, no Infestors. Oh wait, there's the Infestors. There's hey, no Infestors are being built, but no, there's 8 already. Pathogen Glands is not done yet though. And the gateway is finally done. The wall off is complete for this gold. And huge fungal growth goes down on these Stalkers, and Baneling just crashed right into them, taking, oh my god, that was a lot of damage. Look at all that electrical equipment and metal right there, which was once Stalkers, which were once DTs. And the Adrenal Glands coming up, as well as level 3 melee attack for Vibe, and Greater Spire. So soon those Brood Lords are going to be coming out, but you know, I don't know if that's a good switch for Vibe, considering the amount of Blink Stalkers that KiWiKaKi is setting with, and he's going to try and retake the middle of the map. Well, he's going to try and take the middle of the map, but huge fungos going off, great Blinks micro going off as well, but unfortunately these fungos are going to be able to hold these Stalkers down while they die to Mutalisks, and everything is just being cleaned up. Nothing is being warped in for KiWiKaKi. He's finally losing steam with his, never mind. I was about to say losing steam with his economy, but no, never mind, and some more reinforcing Stalkers come out, and they're going to force the Mutalisks back. I still feel KiWiKaKi, he needs High Templar, he needs those feedbacks, he needs those storms, and level 3 Zerg Flyer attack already coming up, and he's just finally cleaning up this creep, which is just really annoying me. It's just disgusting. Come on, you got to keep your bases clean, KiWiKaKi. Blink 4 are going to try and see if they can take out a couple of Mutalisks. Unfortunately, no Blinks are available right now. Fungal Growth go down on the Stalkers. No Banelings are being made either, which is probably good for KiWiKaKi. I was kind of hoping to see more of that. I just love Banelings. Pescatarian coming down. Mutalisks just destroying the rest of these Stalkers. There's so many Mutalisks here. You may ask how much Mutalisks. That is 28 Mutalisks, so it's not the max number that he's had. 12 more on their way though, so there's a lot of freaking Mutalisks. Blink 4 are going to try and pick off some more. KiWiKaKi being a little overconfident in himself, I might feel, with the amount of Mutalisks there and the amount of damage they do. They do 11 and soon probably 12. Spore Crawler on its way as well around here, so it looks like Vibe might be feeling that, you know, this is the time when DTs start really taking effect. So he's going to be putting a spine and a spore in every base. He's got 2 spines and a spore in every base, and these cannons are going to fall almost instantly once the Mutalisks come into them, and the Nexus is going to be focused down, but it is only mining gas. There is quite a bit of gas here left at this base, so KiWiKaKi is going to need it if he's going to continue this production of Blink Stalkers. Now, the Stalkers come in, going to try and repel these Mutalisks, which they do. Manages to kill 2, I think. And then there's the Observer here, and the Lings and the Banelings and the Infestors, they're going to hide behind these bushes and be very, very sneaky while the Mutalisks walk around the, well, not walk around, they fly around. They don't even have feet, so of course they can't walk, which makes me wonder, how do they land? Or do they fly for the entirety of their life? Are they like albatrosses? Guardian Shield goes up, and here's the engagement. A lot of Mutalisks just crashing. The Banelings taking out a lot of those Mutalisks, or not Mutalisks, but Banelings taking out a lot of those Stalkers. That'd be crazy if Banelings could take out Mutalisks. Actually scary, because then they could also like take out Banshees and Void Rays and Phoenix and stuff like that. Oh god, flying Banelings, that'd be horrible. Now, KiWiKaKi just trying to chase down some of the mutas, but unfortunately he's just gonna fall back, and Ultralisks are on their way as well. I was about to say he's gonna attack this base, but this isn't even KiWiKaKi's base. He finally established his 5th, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, 5th base. Huge drone probe transfer coming in, and hey, probe transfer coming along with some Mutalisk harass. He's gonna focus down the Nexus instead of the probes. Blink Stalkers come in, gonna try and take that out, and all those creep tumors are canceled, which is good for KiWiKaKi, finally being able to deny this creep spread that's just been stellar from Vibe. Considering really good creep sweep here coming from KiWiKaKi, that this is where the creep ends and this is where it used to end, so that's actually pretty impressive for KiWiKaKi. And more Mutalisk harass coming in. Baneling's going to come in, and Fungal Growths are going to go down on these Stalkers, and the Baneling's going to crash right into them. There they all go down. The Mutalisks are going to clean up what's ever left, and 3 Infested Terran are going to steal the show from the Mutas, as we can see. And it looks like everything is going to be cleaned up for KiWiKaKi. He is under 100 supply. Vibe is over 100 supply in the lead. Blink away, try to save these 3 Stalkers, but I don't think it really matters now. 5 Ultralisks are on their way, and Ultralisks just eat Stalkers for breakfast. It's ridiculous. They like, I love Stalkers for breakfast. That's my favorite time of the day. That's apparently what Ultras talk like. And now the 5th is cleaned up. That is the only mining base aside from this gold. Everything else is mined out. There's even a lot of idle probes over here, so I don't see how KiWiKaKi can come back from this, but he is trying to find the way. Where there's a will, there is a way, and KiWiKaKi is going to try and find that way because he has the will. Huh, that's kind of poetic of me. Pneumatized Carapace coming up here for Vibe, as well as a Nidus Network. I wouldn't be surprised to see Vengeful Sax anytime soon. He's just kind of like doing everything. And Blink Stalker's going to come in and try to pick off these Mutalisks. I don't see why Vibe just turns around and takes out all the Stalkers, because he's got a superior number of Mutalisks compared to the Stalkers, and they have level 3 weapons, so they do 12 damage to them as opposed to Stalkers, which only do 13. So they're pretty even. They're pretty even to each other, and not to mention that there's a lot more Mutalisks than there are Stalkers. There's 13 Stalkers, 25 Mutalisks, and these Stalkers, they're just not going to get a break at all. A lot of sentries coming up here, and the Ultras are in, and talk about insult to injury. I'm going to destroy your base and build my own there. It's like I claim this land in the name of Vibe, and here come the Ultras blinking away. Foam Revolts are not going down. Force Field's going up, but Ultras can easily run through a Force Field. They can like hug the Force Fields to death. I will not be surprised to see a GG here anytime soon. There's the GG from KiWiKaKi. Vibe takes the game in a very convincing fashion. And wow, yeah, very convincing fashion. A lot of Mutalisks. It's kind of like back when Mutalisks weren't popular. It kind of reminded me of Moon's play. Back when Mutalisks weren't popular, he made a ton of Mutalisks, and people were like, why is he making so much Mutalisks? And then everything started dying, so everyone's like, oh, that's why he's making a lot of Mutalisks. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I enjoyed casting it. My name is Nerdcraft, and if you like this game, there's more like it that are on my channel and coming to my channel. So please subscribe if you feel if you like these games. You can also follow me on Twitter. I am at nerd_craft. You can just get updates when I go live, also when I'm going to be casting and uploading videos, and just daily banter about my life, which I like to think is kind of funny and amusing. So anyway, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. My name is Nerdcraft. That's it. I am out.